What up, what up, what up? Itsu back at it again. How's everyone doing today? Back at it with some NASCAR Heat 3 here, the Xfinity Series, and we are deep into the chase. Well, we are right in the mix of things. Last race was pretty interesting at Auto Club. It was our worst race of the season, but we still came away with a decent finish. Here we are going to Texas, and we got some money to spend here, guys. We got some money to spend. We're going to have a better car here at Texas than we've ever had. How incredible is that? Aerodynamics going to 95. So we're going to be 95, 95. Would you look at that? Holy shit. Will we be fast enough to maybe win a race? Maybe not here at Texas. I don't know. I'm pretty good at Texas. I love Texas. All right. The racetrack is amazing. Here we are. We got our speedway at 95, 90, 95, 90, 90. So we're going to bump that up to our maximum. And we're going to do that with, well, where's my, oh, there she is. I'm like, I thought I had a really good person. Well, let's see what we're going to do here first. So next race after this is Bristol. All right, so we need to get our short track going. That needs to be Homegirl there, and then it needs to be Dustin Brown there, and then we need to get. Why is that off? I don't know. We'll fix it for the next race, but it's off a little bit. So then we're gonna put. It looks like we're gonna put Elena here to max that out, and then after Bristol we have another short track, so we're not worrying about that too much because Richmond's gonna be a hard race. We're gonna have a crappy chassis for that. Not necessarily a crappy chassis, but not a beautiful perfect chassis, that's for sure. So there's our setup. We're gonna be going in as 95, 95, 90 into Texas today, and our short track is looking solid. It's gonna be 95, 95, 90 for our short track at Bristol. Should be looking really solid. And then our super speedway coming up for Talladega should be really good as well. So things are looking really good. The car is improving. We just spent a lot of money, 1.2 million on that. Oh, we should check on employees real quick just in case we get lucky with a lucky suspension person. Not really. We didn't have the money for it anyways. We might have the money for it after this race at Texas because Texas is a big money race. So let's go earn that money. And you know the settings, Legend 25%, 4 times, all strict, 3-stage races. Yes, we do. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go to the race, and we need a top 20, but top 20, we're getting a top 5 here. We're getting a top 5. Don't worry about that. Top 5 in the bag. No problem. 95, 95, 90. And if I get my setup right, we might even win. Don't quote me on that, because it's not going to happen. It's still not ready. Maybe when I get my engine to 100, it might be possible. Xfinity Series is hard. I really am like on the edge of my seat on every single race in the Xfinity Series. I can't wait to see the Cup Series because the Cup Series is going to be so much harder than this, and I don't see how. I don't see how. What is the setup? I don't know how well I'm going to turn in the turns. This is Texas, and I need to be good, and I know I can get my car. I know I can get my car to get really loose in the beginning run and then stay loose for the long run. I can get a really hooked up car here at Texas. I know this from all the races I've done at Texas. I could get that car to sit on that white line for a long time. For 14 laps of shitty tires, I can do it. And even more if I go in and take fuel and don't take tires. So we're looking really loose. We didn't lose it there, which is not necessarily a good thing. When you get a little loose where you might lose it in the turn when you're on acceleration, it means your car is really hooked up. And we go with this, looking really good. zero push at all there, but the thing is that was just, you know, fresh tires. So will we be pushing later? Who knows? You know, breathe the throttle a little bit. We're not going to have to. This car seems really hooked up, but the thing is it going to push? It's really hooked up, guys. It's really hooked up. I'm not even going to finish that lap. We're just going to go straight into qualifying. We're going to be quick, and we are going to qualify well too. I mean, this is still simulated qualifying, so I might not qualify top 10 or anything, but it's going to be really quick. Somewhere there, it's going to be in the top 20, maybe top 15 if we're lucky. If I was doing session qualifying and let the time run out, I would definitely probably qualify in the top 5. We'll see what we do here. And we're going to run the best line we can, try to not breathe the throttle at all. I mean, I think I have to breathe the throttle no matter what in 1 and 2. Maybe. Let's see how high I could take this entry and see where we can go. We're going to breathe the throttle just a tiny hair. And because of that, we are going to push. But we're going to carry all this speed. I tried not to push, like, the speed out, you know. So we're not going to breathe the throttle at all in turn 3 and 4. Bring it from the top all the way down to the white line, smooth as can be. This is going to be a great lap, hit all the marks, at least most of the marks, and it's still 21st. I killed that lap. I killed that lap, guys. God, this game is brutal in qualifying. We're going to start 20th because someone is going to the back, and that means we're starting on the outside. That might be a good thing for the beginning of the race. I think it will be. As you can tell, the car, I really just need to change the setup a tiny little bit, but I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to screw it up. Like, I think I am going to mess with it. I'm going to drop that, and I'm going to raise that, alright? Because I know what my springs do, and I'm just barely tweaking the springs. It might upset the car a little bit in the short run, but it'll get us a long way in the long run. I'm hoping it's not too bad. Dylan Lupton is mad at me, and he is right behind us. But I'm confident enough that we could pull to the outside and make some passes. Harvick is starting at the back because he did an unimproved body modification. So that is the person who went to the back and put us in 20th position on the outside, which I'm kind of okay with because I feel like my car is fast enough and strong enough to make some passes on the outside here in the early stages of the race to make sure that we get into the top 10 where we belong as we body slam Mr. Reed here. But now we're side by side with Dylan Lupton. That's very scary, but we're still going to stay on the outside. Even though Dylan Lupton is right there, we're going to stay on the outside. We're going to make contact with the wall a little bit here just because I can. We're going to ride the outside. Everyone is kind of feeling like they're fast here in the corner, so that was kind of unproductive. Not as productive as I wanted to be. We held it 3 wide in the trial at Texas. That was wild, y'all. So here we go. We are getting those runs on the outside like I wanted. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of push at the end of the run. So maybe I should have messed with the spring a little bit more. I was very cautious and didn't want to upset my car too much at all. So I barely changed the spring. Oh, there you go. You could see it's a little loose there. Coming out of 4, we were a little loose. And we are making gains, man. A little bit aggressive, to be honest. I need to be careful and not take anybody out or myself out. Oh, there's definitely going to be push there in turn 2 coming out of the exit. That's going to be really scary, guys. But we'll see how this goes. Breathe the throttle. Breathe the throttle. Look, it's a little loose there on exit of 4. That's a good thing, but we're still really tight in coming out of 2. Oh, snap. We got a race going on here, boys. These guys are a little slow, though. I don't know who's the hold up. It might be Michael Annette. Michael Annette, what are you doing holding us all up? We're going to get to the inside of Gallagher here. And that'll be another job done. A couple more positions as we move up the ladder. We're going to try to get Matt Tiff to come up, and we do. That was a bit risky because now we're going to go maybe 3 wide in the tri-oval. We're in the bottom, so we should be safe. And we're going to get underneath Cole Custer. Breathe the throttle, breathe the throttle. Michael Annette is really slow here for some reason. Breathe the throttle all the way through. Get right underneath the net on sheer power. Sheer power right now, guys. We're not drafting with anybody. This is just sheer power and sheer raw pace. As, what was that? I'm too focused on the front of the road to look in my mirror, but somebody, as Matt Tiff, was really looking up the inside. Could have really hurt us there if he would have done it. But we should be fine. We're going to park on the bottom here. We should be strong enough to hold the bottom and not get too much push and not lose too much speed. Even though we did scrub quite a bit of speed there, but we held the bottom. Tiff is looking to the inside. I'm not liking that. I'm not. Oh, man, I'm going to push because I have to breathe. Oh, snap. He scared me. I'm not taking the preferred line. Like, I want to take my preferred line and maybe gain on these top guys. But it's not going to happen with Matt Tiff breathing down my neck like this. I could enter low in turn 1 and 2 easily and hold it all the way through and keep my speed up in 1 and 2. But in order to get a perfect turn on 3 and 4 here, you have to start high. And Matt Tiff is not allowing me to start high. He's hurting me so much by making me come down low to make the block. And we're still holding it no problem, but it's so scary because if you touch that apron, you're gone, you know? Can we finish here in the top 5 for the stage 1? And then we will definitely be in the top 3 for stage 2. I'll tell you that. We definitely will be. We're pushing a little bit. Matt Tiff is going to get to our inside. We are not going to finish in the top 5 here. We are going to come in 6th, maybe even less. Oh, man. But now we're in the draft. We might be able to do something coming to the line here. But we are definitely pushing out of 2, and that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. 2 more turns here in stage 1. Gonna get to the bottom here. Hold the bottom as much as we can. Look at there's that push. I definitely should have took more springs out than I did. It would have really upset the car, but it would have made me so strong right here at the end because look how Tiff is just pulling away. We're not a race-winning car here. I got excited for a little bit, thought maybe it could possibly happen today with the arrow being at 95 to get an extra bit of draft and an extra bit of cut through the air as Nemechek is riding us hard. We're going to breathe the throttle quite a bit here to make sure we stay to the bottom and don't let Nemechek down underneath. So we're pretty much playing the blocking game to secure a 6th place, even though I would probably prefer to take 7th so that I start on the bottom. But we'll see what happens. We'll still make it work. As we park this bottom hard. Somebody in the pits there. It was a lap car for sure. But that's the top 6 in stage 1. Or that is a 6th place in stage 1. Excuse me. Not top 6. I mean, it technically is a top 6. But, you know, we don't say top 6. Anyways, so that's that. I could even up the tire pressure a little bit more to help me turn just a tad bit more, but I don't need help on the turning. My car is absolutely fine. I just need help on the tire wear and the push at the end of the run. And the only way to do that is either the shocks or the springs, and I can't access those currently. So we'll see what we can do. We're going to start here in 6th place on the outside. We don't want to do what we did last time and go up to the outside because we just will get left behind. So we're going to give Priest the biggest push we can here. We're also going to move him up. So we're going to move into the... We're not going to move anywhere because we're going to get passed on the inside by people. So we're going to actually lose a couple spots because we're just too slow on restarts still. It's bad when you're still slow on the restarts. And we're going to push quite a bit here just because it was the first turn and we didn't take the entry correctly. We want to clear Gallagher here, and we will. We will clear Gallagher. We're going to get underneath Priest and everything. Beautiful, beautiful start. So here we go in the 7th position. We're in the draft. We're with the big boys. I don't know what the hell Clemens is doing here. We're going to get easily to the inside of Clemens. Push him up the track. He tried to make a block, but it wasn't going to happen. We're going to hold it here. We're going to get 6th position, and now we're going to run down Nemechek, Christopher Bell, Matt Tiff, Daniel Hemrick and Elliott Sadler. They are battling hard. Can we force a 3 wide here? We do. We forced the 3 wide. Nemechek is getting a run in the mid lane there. We're still better than him, or underneath him. Not better than him, but underneath him to get the better line. Nemechek with the block. What a block by Nemechek. Wow. And this car is definitely too tight to do what I want to do. I definitely need it to be looser. We get a good run coming out of 4, though. Nemechek is still blocking. Wow, Nemechek. As we get really loose in the entry, here we go. We're pushing Nemechek to the inside of everybody right now. No, Nemechek, what are you doing? Nemechek got a terrible run. We're 3 wide. We're 3 wide. But we get a great run in lane 2. But still, we can't do anything with this run. We cut. We get Nemechek underneath Hemrick. Underneath Hemrick goes Nemechek. Nemechek slides up. We give Nemechek the push. He gets a slingshot ahead as we get it past Hemrick, and now we're in 4th place. This is some solid racing. This car is beautiful. I love it. Nemechek going to the outside in 3 and 4. What is he thinking? He's thinking his car is a monster that he could pass on the high side to get to the lead. I don't think so, Nemechek. You're going to be left now. I'm trying to get Matt Tiff to go where we want him to go. We get locked up here, which is kind of nice. Oh my goodness. We push Tiff to the lead, though. We push Tiff to the lead as we lose a little bit of ground because of the push. Can we get underneath Sadler, or is Sadler going to get in line and it's going to be game over? Oh, we get around him. Well, underneath and not around him. But here we go, Matt Tiff and me as I push him to the lead. I ride Sadler up the track just a tad bit. Can I clear? It's a clear, pretty much. Now we got to hold Tiff. We got to hold with Tiff as the car gets really pushy. Really pushy now. But we're in 2nd place. We're in that money position, right where we want to be, where we could maybe even make a pass on a dying lap of the stage. I don't think that's going to happen, but we could attempt to. Look how quick we are when we're in the draft, and we just got one guy to worry about. We might be able to pull away here with Matt Tiff. I don't know what Matt Tiff had for breakfast, but he wasn't doing so well. Well, he didn't qualify so well, but look at him go. As we push, you see that push? That should not be happening. We lose so much speed there with that push. It is insane, and that is going to hurt us. That's what's going to lose us this race, is that final, or not that final, that turn 1 and 2. And that's usually what happens in a lot of these 1.5 miles. 1 and 2 definitely loses us the race. While 3 and 4, we get the full throttle pretty much and carry ourselves as we ride that white line, but we scrub off so much speed on the exit. It's absolutely insane. It's not even fair how tight my car gets and how much speed we lose. And that's also has to do with the setup. The setup needs to be way tweaked. My Texas Xfinity setup is not very good. I mean, it's good enough to get me here, obviously, but it's not the best for sure by any means, because it's just not loose enough, and my tire wear is higher than I want it to be. So my tires definitely get eaten. As you can see, I'm at 59% on that bad boy there. Oh, final lap of the stage, and Sadler is peaking, but Nemechek is getting a run. We go for the block. We give Sadler back 3rd position. Who is going to get 3rd place? It looks like it was Sadler. Good for Sadler. I don't like Nemechek, so that's why I put a little block on Nemechek there to quit his run. That's a 2nd place finish in stage 2. We'll take that. We got 29 more laps to go. I think I'm going to take out the wedge. I think that might help a little bit. And, I mean, not the wedge, the tape. Take off a thing of the tape. It might help a little bit. We could boost here to the lead. I don't necessarily want that to happen, though. You know? So here we go. Matt Tiff, side by side, starting 2nd place for the final stage here at Texas Motor Speedway. And see, look at the acceleration. We could definitely pull down in front of him. I don't know if I wanted to do that, though, to be honest. As Nemechek gets a run and has nowhere to go, obviously. Sadler, Hemrick both get by. We're going to breathe the throttle here, let them all through so that we get to the bottom lane as preferred. Push Hemrick to the top because we're going to get a run underneath him. The crossover move there on Hemrick. Good job. Job done. Now let's see what we're going to do. Sadler, Tiff, which one do we take to victory lane? Who's going to do it? Well, we're going to have pit stops and everything, so that's a story that only time will tell. As look at how much that needs to be changed. I should not be pushing like that at the end of 2 on the first lap. I was trying to not scrub off speed, so that's why I pushed that much, but still it should not happen like that. Here we go. Should we push Sadler? Should we try to get underneath him and run with Tiff again? Tiff seemed like he was really fast, but Sadler looks like he's really quick here too. But again, he's in the draft, so who knows who's quicker. We don't know. There's a beautiful run, but woo! Look at that push already. It's really bad, guys. That's really bad. We might drop out of the top 5 just because of how much push we get at the end of this race. Oh boy. Look at that. It's definitely good though. Like, the car feels good for the beginning, and I could definitely stop those pushes from happening by just staying off the throttle a little bit more here in turn 2. See, like, but I'm still pushing because I'm not trying to turn the wheel too hard to scrub off the speed, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna breathe the throttle here just so we try to save some tires. Maybe look for a run. It's not gonna happen. We're kind of using the tires because we're squiggly and squabbly all over the place. As Nemechek is looking like he's the better car here. Nemechek says I should be in first place. He's gonna look to the inside, or I'm gonna shut the door on him, and that's gonna be a job done for Nemechek to not, well, job stopped for Nemechek. We're gonna try to get a big run here because we are failing. Oh, as Nemechek tries to come in, and I knew that was gonna happen, but I needed to catch back up to these guys. I needed a massive run, and I got my massive run. Sadler still has not got to the inside of Tiff, and I think Tiff might be the stronger car here. I think Tiff might be the stronger car here as I push Sadler, but then get moved by Nemechek. Is there enough in my car to get... It's there, but I definitely slide up. Nemechek definitely sticks his nose in and pushes me away. Oh. You know what this means? Oh yes. Oh yes, this is exactly what this means. You know it. We're going to the back, ladies and gentlemen. We are pitting and we are playing the pit game. We're going to make it to the end of this race on fuel. Those front runners are not. I take that back. We are not going to make it to the end of this race on fuel. 14 laps, 17 to go. But we have more fuel than they do, is the point. So here we go. We're going to get to the inside here of Shepard and Ryan Sieg. Let's hopefully not run into any rivals on the way through this field. There's Joey Gase. He's not a rival. He looks like Lupton, though, you know. We got to be careful on those cars. Look how tight we are in the draft. It's definitely a small little tweak to this car, and I might have had a race-winning car. I'm telling you, a small little tweak, a little bit more springs out than I did. I didn't take enough springs out, and we might have had a race-winning car. There's Spencer Boyd. It's not Dylan Lupton. Spencer Boyd, Joey Gase, and Dylan Lupton all look very similar. As Harvick gives us a little shot telling us, hey, man, you better stay fucking down there. And I'm like, Harvick, bro, chill out, man. I'm going to get a run here on Brandon Jones. Going to take Brandon Jones and Truex 3 wide in the tri-oval. Kind of stops Ryan Truex in his tracks. Here's Michael Annett, the slow guy from before, and he's struggling today. Michael Annett is struggling today. I'm sorry, Annett. Get out my way. We're going to give you a little bit of tap. I love you. That was a love tap, Annett, because you're a Junior Motorsports car, and I love you. Right? And then here we go. We're going to get a good run here to catch up to the top pack here. Top 10. Here we come. And we're on fresh tires. Remember this, guys. We're on fresh tires. They all have to pit. If this race stays green, we definitely have the time advantage because we are going to only spend 3 seconds in the pit stop while they are going to spend at least 7. So that's 3 seconds gain in pit stops alone. Which, if we could get up to these guys and get back into the top 5, we are definitely looking like we can be within 3 seconds of the leader. 13 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway, and it's going to come down to the wire. Allgaier gets shut down hard by Cole Cluster. We're going to give Allgaier a shot, but Cole Cluster is going to block. So we're going to say, screw you, Allgaier. Oh, no, we're not. Allgaier shuts the door on us hard. Hemrick is way up the track, though. We're pushing our tires, man. We are pushing our tires. Hemrick gets shuffled out hard. I'm sorry, Hemrick. You're a good car. You're a good guy. You didn't deserve to get shuffled out like that. But sometimes it's racing, man. Here we go. We're going to get a good run here. Coming out of 2. We're going to give Allgaier another shot. We almost came up in the Christopher Bell, but we're going to, again, say, screw you, Allgaier. You're not making aggressive enough moves to get us to where we need to be. So here we are, coming through the line. We're up to Custer in 6th place, so we are in 7th. And they're looking like they might have to pit soon, so we got to be careful about that. Got to be careful about when they are going to pit. We're going to get off the throttle a lot here. Make sure we stick to the bottom. Make sure we stick to them. Don't want to lose any time. We're going to make a move here on Custer and take him out the race and come up the Priest. Make sure they are not pitting. It doesn't look like they are. It's Clemens up here again, man. Clemens is racing very well. I was looking like I was going to get to the inside of somebody there or push Priest to the inside at least, and none of that happened. So we're going to ride this white line and get a hell of a run. Priest is definitely going to get to the inside this time. So we're going to get through this man here at Jeremy Clemens. We're going to get through him. Do we ride with Priest or do we get by him? That's the question. To be honest, I want to get by him because I don't want to get stuck underneath him when he pits or stuck with him when he pits, you know? So that's the scary part. Do not want that to happen. Look at Justin Allgaier. He was the fastest of the group. Look at him come up through the positions. I don't know when they're going to have to pit. We're at 7 laps. There's 8 laps to go. We might not even have to pit. We're not going to pit this race. Allgaier breathing down our neck. We're gonna lose positions here. We are, because we need to save fuel somehow. We're at 6 laps to go though. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna let them go because they're pitting. We're gonna let them go. We're definitely gonna let them go. So look at this time we're gonna gain. We're gonna take the lead here at Texas Motor Speedway. 7 laps to go. We have 5 laps on fuel. We are not going to make it to the end. So we are going to have to come in for a splash. Can we make it without a yellow flag? Can we make it without a yellow flag? Wait, we're going to bring the leaders a lap down right now. So as long as the yellow flag doesn't come out, we're going to win this race, guys. This is a win. This is a win. This is a win here at Texas Motor Speedway. I promise you this. As long as I get through without a yellow flag coming out, and here we go, we lap the whole entire field. Elliott Sadler a lap down. We are going to win this race. There's no stopping us, because if a yellow flag comes out, we're going to restart, and we're going to restart in first without taking fuel. I mind you, without taking fuel, we're going to start in first place. And there's going to be slow cars up on the top with us. It's going to be slow cars. There's going to be no fast cars pushing or threatening us at all. Sadler or Nemechek, maybe, well, whoever's the lead lap guy is going to be the only one that could threaten us, and he's going to be in the back of the pack. He's going to have 40 cars to go through. We're going to win this race, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Nemechek is the only one that was scary, and he's pitting right now, so we're about to bring Nemechek a lap down. Right now, we have 3 laps to go in our tank. We are definitely going to have to pit. It's going to happen. We're going to have to pit. we're not going to make it to the end. But if a yellow flag comes out, we're sitting real pretty. If a yellow flag doesn't come out, we're sitting sort of pretty. Either way, I think this is a race win off of fuel mileage and just raw pace as well, because you saw us come through that field. We were not a race winning car on pace. We were second place at best on pace, because the AI is so hard here on legend difficulty and our car is just not perfect, so it's hard. But this is going to be a win, guys. We have 2 laps to go on fuel. We might just make it to the end of this race without pitting. 3 laps to go in the race. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. We're at 2 laps. Do we have anybody left on the lead lap with us? Joey Martins, Tommy Joe Martins, and Josh Williams and Miller on the lead lap with us. We're still at 2 laps on fuel. We are gonna make it to the end of this race, guys. We are gonna do it. Maybe not. Oh God. Look, those are the back markers pitting right now. Those are the back markers pitting right now. We only have 1 lap of fuel left though. We'd have to pit on this lap. If we're gonna pit, we'd have to pit on this lap. And Tommy Joe Martins is pitting. We'd have to pit right now. You know what? We're gonna have to pit right now. I didn't get a black flag, right? We might lose this race. Do you see those cars fly by? I think we're going to come in second. We're not going to win. Wait, no. We're still in the lead. When we crossed the line, the white flag got pulled out. You sure? I don't know. This is a 3-second pit stop. And we're off. We're in second. We're not going to win this race. This race was stolen. This race was stolen. Chad Fincham is going to steal a race unless he runs out of fuel. I shouldn't have pit. I fucked up, guys. Why did I do that? Chad is going to steal this race win. Why did I pit, guys? I could have ran out of fuel and beat Chad. I could have ran out of fuel and beat Chad. Oh my God, why did I pit? I can't believe I did that. No! I'm an idiot. You know those times when you're watching people all the time and you're like, man, that guy's an idiot. Why did he do that? I just did that. I nervously pushed myself to pit, and Chad somehow comes across the line out of fuel and wins this race. I can't believe I did that. I should have pushed. But hey, we still get 192,000. We still got money in the bank after this race. That was still a fantastic race. Oh, that should have been a win. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't believe that happened. That should have most definitely been a win. I had the fastest lap of the race. That's Texas Motor Speedway. Second place. Again. Just call me Chase Elliott. It's official. Alright? It's official. Wow. Why did I pit, guys? Why did I do it? I got scared. It was going to be at 0. It was going to hit 0 on the backstretch or somewhere. It was going to... I shouldn't have hit. I shouldn't have done it. It was going to hit 0 anywhere, somewhere. It was going to happen. What does Dan Hamrick have to say?
Top 5. Way to go.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Dylan Lupton. Fuck you. All right, bro. Thanks, Alex. Don't worry about this. I've already done the hot seats last year, so I'm not even worrying about the hot seats. But there you go, guys. That was Texas Motor Speedway, and I choked it away. We're definitely deserving of that win. We should have won. We had the strategy. We had the car. and I whiffed it. Chad is in the top 30, so he might even be in the playoffs because of that. That is crazy to think about. We're in 6th place when it comes to playoff standings. Actually, Chad's not high enough to even be in the playoffs. That's a good thing. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. But that's Texas Motor Speedway. We are in 2nd place in the standings, tied with John Hunter Nemechek. Still winless. When is the win going to come? We'll get a win this season. We'll get a win. Don't worry about that. That was Texas Motor Speedway once again, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time at Bristol. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know how it goes. And have a wonderful day and a wonderful time. Adios.